wanted to go to New York City. But to be honest, a few years ago...
Never say never, because limits, like fears, are often just an illusion.
I've been thinking about my life lately. Come to terms that I like crazy. I'ma rap till
Testing 1 2 testing. So we just waiting for the boy Boogie B to pull up. Go to Peacock.
Never say never. Because limits, like fears, are often just an illusion.
I've been thinking about my life lately. Come to terms that I like crazy. I'ma rap till I'm like 80 with a girl half my age in a white Mercedes. Yeah, I'm just living out my dreams. I know that everything ain't what it seems. They say there ain't no I in team, but when you do it by yourself, yeah, I'm self-made. I was in the studio when nobody else stayed. I barely seen the sun, used to leave with a pale face. Either playing the game or you could be at the tailgate. There's two kinds of people. Walk with a pure heart, you might find some evil. Shit don't be adding up, you tryna find the equal. The devil come in pills, coke, lines, and needles. We get one life, no second time, no sequel. So, it's up to you how the story end. Know you still have a chance when it's 4th and 10. If you still breathing, then you fortunate. I took last night's dream, then I recorded it. Took last night's dream, then I recorded it. If you still breathing, then you fortunate. Know you still have a chance when it's 4th and 10. I've been up all night trying to get it right. When you reach for the stars, can't miss your flight. Play the hand I was dealt, had to improvise. Work smarter, not harder, gotta simplify. I peep game, read between the lines. I kept quiet when I seen the signs. Used to be young, fresh and green, Stevie blind. Had to learn the hard way, now redefined. Believing in nightmares, what had your dreams confined. Nobody built like you, I'm a king's design. I was cold-hearted, but now that I'm healed, your boy trouble like spilled juice on Granny old carpet. I ain't letting shit get in my way, bro. Used to pick up a pack, now I'm picking up Legos. I'm trying to be with my kids, stack chip and just lay low. It's not enough Michaels, too many Fredos, for real. It's up to you how the story end. Know you still have a chance when it's 4th and 10. If you still breathing, then you fortunate. I took last night's dream, then I recorded it. Took last night's dream, then I recorded it. If you still breathing, then you fortunate. Know you still have a chance when it's 4th and 10.
Going on. She like, no, ma'am.
Peace and blessing, peace and blessing.
Boogie B, what's up? Happy Thanksgiving, bro.
Hey, what's going on, family? How you?
It's regular. You know the vibes. What's up, though? We here.
Man, definitely, man, more life, man. You already know. We definitely here, man. Thanksgiving. Giving thanks, man. You know, surrounded by the family, man. You know, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. You know what I mean? Everybody on your end.
Sure. Yo, listen, I was excited today, bro. I was like, yeah, we get ready to launch today. So I was excited. Energy was on 10. Putting that work in, you know, making everything pop. I see the fresh merch is looking nice and clean.
Yeah, absolutely.
More life merch coming to a store near you, coming to an online store.
Definitely, man. You know, me too. I was definitely excited too as well, man. Knowing this was the debut, man, of the More Life, man, the podcast for this. You know what I mean? On this blessed, beautiful Thanksgiving day, man. You know, couldn't been, done on a better day, but this day right here is special and beautiful, man. Surrounded around family, and hope everybody is well. Hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? And just enjoying life. You feel me?
Yo, salute to everybody out there. More life, more life. Happy Thanksgiving. This is a very special time, like the bro said. We're just happy to see another Thanksgiving, bro. Like I'm personally just happy to see another Thanksgiving holiday. Most of us are still accounted for, but the loved ones are still in our hearts. So salute to them. You know what I mean? Like we gonna keep it pushing. We're gonna keep moving, and we're gonna keep being great. So
absolutely.
Make sure you tell your loved ones you love them, because we take that for granted. We ain't gotta wait to Thanksgiving to be grateful and thankful for all the things that we have and the family that we have.
Hey, man, you just hit some key points, and you just hit it on the head, because we were just at the round table, man, just going on, taking turns, and speaking about what we're grateful for, man. And definitely got to be grateful, you know what I mean, and appreciate each other, for while we're here, not appreciating you when you're gone and things like that, man, because tomorrow ain't promised, man. We have to live for today, pray to see tomorrow, hope to see a great future. So you got to always tell your relatives and your loved ones, man, how much you appreciate them and you love them, you know what I'm saying, and so on and so forth. You feel me?
Indeed, absolutely. So we had a little itinerary that we put together. I just want to ask you. Obviously, we've been giving thanks, and we've been just having discussions of motivation, inspiration, and gratefulness, and all of the above. But just for the sake of the pod and the stream, what does Thanksgiving mean to you?
Man, thanks. First and foremost, man, Thanksgiving, what it means to me is we first and foremost giving thanks to the high power for making this all possible, and it just brings fellowship and familyship together, and sitting at the table, and and just blessing the food that was prepared, at the round table for everybody to come and just, feast and, have a good time and just, bond and build and just catch up because, you be having relatives, long distance relatives that you haven't seen in so long. And, they come in, they fly in, however, drive in, and, y'all just be at the round table, man, just, chopping up, catching up. And at the same time, man, just eating good, man, and that means the most to not just myself, but to everyone, man, just to be here and be thankful that, God, made this, allow all this to be possible because there's a lot of other people that didn't make it to, see this blessed, beautiful, traditional thing that we, call Thanksgiving. Be able to, get a nice, hot, prepared, a feast, so, it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing.
Indeed it is, bro. I can't really be close. Obviously, I'm in LA, so I can't be as close to my family as possible. But because of the relationship that we have, you know what I mean? I kind of make sure that I'm always thankful and grateful and just acknowledging the elders, my loved ones, my brothers and sisters, my children, my nieces, my nephews. So I kind of make sure that I do this all the time. So when this day come around, it ain't nothing new. It's just regular for us. You know what I mean? Like, so this is a tradition of our culture. Just sitting at the round table, getting food and just, sharing with one another. So that's just who we are as a people. So salute to everybody that's having a wonderful, blessed Thanksgiving this 2025 year. You're very fortunate. You're grateful. And we don't want to take that for granted, Boogz.
Yeah, nah,
we take that for granted, bro.
Yeah, we definitely, to add on, man, we definitely can't take this for granted, man, because we have to just be more appreciative than anything, man, and pray for others as well, man, that's not fortunate to be in a position to to give thanks amongst their family and things like that, man, because all people go through different situations. So I just want to, me personally, man, just pray that things get better if it ain't better for them and all that, man, for all walks of life, man, not just our culture, but all walks of life, because at the end of the day, we all human beings, so, and everybody deserve to be treated, fairly and deserve to enjoy life like regular human beings supposed to, man. So it's a blessing. It's a blessing and it's special, man. You know what I mean? So shout out to everybody that's out here, man. That's out there doing what they do, man. I just pray that y'all had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and the ones who didn't, I pray that it get better for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yo, so Boogz, man, we I think one of the hardest parts of any endeavor that you have, you know what I mean, whether it be a podcast, whether it be a clothing brand, whatever it is, the hardest part is getting started. So salute to us, episode 1. We crossed the threshold, a threshold that a lot of people don't cross because there's a lot of fear in human beings, and they don't believe enough in themselves to be like, yo, I'm starting this. So this has been a long time coming for me. I used to stream when Ustream was out. This was like 20 years ago, like when it first hit, and I always kick myself because had I kept going, my journey would have been crazy. But I kind of switched lanes, so I stopped that. But salute to you, salute to me, because this is a huge deal, right? Even if everybody's not excited like we want them to be, The first episode is in full effect, and we did what we said we was going to do. So, welcome to the More Life Podcast. Happy Thanksgiving, and we're here. Oh, we got a little latency. Okay. Yeah, like I was saying, we're here. Happy Thanksgiving, man. We're here. More Life Podcast in full effect. We on deck. We got a couple guests that we're gonna bring through today. And they're just going to share in a conversation with us. They're going to share in a dialogue with us. And we're just going to give them an opportunity. We're going to give them space to tell some of their stories, to just share with us their inspiration and their motivation on this Thanksgiving. So I was just telling the people that we got a couple people that's going to slide through. They're going to pop in for a minute. Give us some words of encouragement. Give us some of their story. And just chop it up with us. Just build with us.
Absolutely.
It's family time. It's family time.
Definitely, man. You know, and shout out to all the guests. You know what I mean? That's appearing on a More Life show. You know what I mean? You know, the podcast tonight, man. We appreciate y'all. It's an honor to have y'all. You know, to come and add on and share. They walk of life and what they currently doing. You know what I mean? In today's time, and it's gonna be special, man. And like I said, man, salute to them, man. Definitely, man. I'm looking forward to to hearing them speak, man.
All right, so we got somebody you know pretty well. We ain't gonna prolong the festivities. We got a couple things that we want to discuss though, but we're gonna bring somebody very near and dear to your heart.
Okay, yeah, definitely. You already know, man. Definitely, man. Big Vic, man. My brother, special. Look forward to hear him dropping some jewels, man.
So we waiting for him to pop in. I don't see him.
Did you sent the link?
Yeah, he ready to go. He just gotta tap in.
Okay, one second.
Yeah, he just gotta tap in. So he got money. So we just gonna wait for him to pull up.
Okay. Hold on 1 second.
Nah, no worries. Take your time.
All right.
I'm gonna get some of this Mike West moving.
Okay.
Mike West moving again. Yo, shout out to my guy Mike West. He's the individual in the production, on the music. So that's what y'all hear in that intro. That's never. Mike West rapping. Shout out to my guy.
Because
shout out to
limits,
Cali.
like fears.
Big salute to my guy Mike and Cali. You already know.
Just an illusion.
I've been thinking about my life lately. Come to terms that I like crazy. I'ma rap till I'm like 80 with a girl half my age in a white Mercedes. Yeah, I'm just living out my dreams. I know that everything ain't what it.
AKA Wild Man, to tap in, man. To come, share some thoughts on the podcast with us tonight, man. We wait for him, man.
Yeah, all right. Ain't no worries, but we could do what we do. So, Boogz, look, how was dinner, bro?
Oh man, shout out to a brother from another, man. Peter, dinner was great, man. It was so much food, man. Man, I'm stuffed right now. I'm so full, man. I had some good turkey, good fried chicken, some yams, homemade stuffing. Man, it was great, man. You know what I mean? It's very enjoyable.
Yeah, for sure. Yo, we had we have the traditional Thanksgiving joy, but we had some Escovitch fish, which is new on the menu for me. We usually don't have fish, but since I stopped eating meat, you don't know, I stopped eating meat like 8 months ago.
Oh, okay, I know that.
So I just been I just reintroduced myself back to seafood. So I've been eating some fish and shrimp, but I haven't had any pork, any beef, any chicken, any sausages, hot dogs, cold cuts, none of that.
Okay,
so,
you eating clean.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to do my best, bro.
Hey, listen,
I keep telling you, bro, I'm older than you, man. I'm trying to be around here for a minute, Boogz.
Hey, yo, listen, definitely, I understand. Health is wealth.
I'm trying to be around here, man.
Whoa.
So yeah, we ate good. Everything was good. We cooked some dinner. We cooked some joints, and then we had some things catered. Last year, wifey cooked everything. Me and her cooked everything. This year, we was like, you know what? We're gonna take the burden off a little bit. Let's order some stuff. Let's prepare some stuff, and then we'll do it like that. And it worked out very well.
Listen, and the thing is, man, God, blessed us, and bless y'all to know what I mean, do what y'all done and prepare that meal, know what I mean, however y'all prepared it. The thing is, man, y'all put it together and y'all enjoyed it, and that's what matters, man. Bring the family tree together. So, know what I mean, salute to y'all, man. Salute to wifey and the family. I'm glad that y'all had a blessed Thanksgiving, man, because you know that's what it's about, man.
Absolutely, I appreciate that, bro. Same to you. Salute to you and the family. More life to y'all. I know everybody's enjoying. I think Vic got the link. I don't know where he at, but we're gonna keep it moving though.
Did he get the link tonight or?
He got it. I just sent it to him.
Yeah.
I just sent it to him. Nevertheless, we got a bunch of things that we gotta go over though. So on the checklist that we have, so we got Vic. Wow, oh Vic is in the building. All right, we was just talking about him.
Oh, he's in the building?
He's in the building. Vic, what up, man?
Peace and blessings, bro. How you? Salute.
Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Big happy Thanksgiving salute, man.
For sure.
Happy Thanksgiving to everybody, for sure.
Yeah. Definitely happy Thanksgiving to you, bro. You already know what it is. It's great to have you.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
So Vic, me and Boogz, we've been on the joint a couple times.
Right.
Getting busy and shaking a little bit. So we wanted to pull you in, bring you in, let you give some of your energy, some of your insight. We was first talking about Thanksgiving and what it means to us. You hear me?
Right.
Right. So we want to give you the opportunity to just share what this holiday means to you and how you feeling right now.
Honestly, man, how I'm feeling right now, I strive to make the best of every situation. You feel me? I would rather be out there with my family than in here, especially that I'm out now. But it's kind of like take the bitter with the sweet. I'm feeling some type of way that I'm in here, but at the end of the day, I'm thankful and blessed that to see my family together. That means more to me than anything. Seeing my people come together. That's what it's about. When I think of Thanksgiving, it's always about bringing the family together, catching up on things, and just realizing that we're not gonna be here forever. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
We're not gonna be here forever, man. So that's what it's all about, man. I want to see that family structure, even if I can't personally be there in the flesh, just to see like when I get the pictures and see that they having a good time. That mean a lot to me because we've been missing that family structure. You see what I'm saying? And it shouldn't just be on Thanksgiving. You know how it is, cuz ever since we was small, every time we come down here, we come to the South, we come to our house or whatever on 31st or whatever the case may be. The
For
family
sure.
is gonna be there every time.
For
You feel
sure.
me?
For sure.
So every day should be a Thanksgiving, man. You feel me?
Yeah, yo, you know what? That's crazy, Vic, because I just said the same thing, right? I'm like, yo, we don't really gotta wait until a certain day to give thanks and
Right.
be grateful. And I just want to touch base quickly, Vic. Yo, the speech that you gave for Mama Love birthday, I was telling you, bro, that was profound, and it's right in line with what we're talking about today.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I
Absolutely.
thought that was
Absolutely.
official. Go ahead.
So the thing with that is, right, say a lot of times we focus on the let me get somewhere where it's a little more quiet at. A lot of times we focus on like the negative situations when things don't go according to plans or whatever the case may be, right? But in all actuality and reality, man, this joint falls. I can't speak for nobody else, but I know with me and my siblings, what I'm saying, specifically me and Bo, that family thing means everything. You feel
Mm-hmm.
me? And that's on both sides. You know what I mean? Growing up in Harlem, coming to the South, on both sides of the family, anywhere we went, we gonna
Mm-hmm.
bump into some cousin from one
Mm-hmm.
side or another side. Now the thing with my mom's been through a lot, man. You feel me? And just to have us two, it should have been all of us, but to have us two together, to have her two youngest sons together in the same room after 27 years, due to incarceration. She don't show it, But I know that's hard on any woman because between me And my four brothers, there's four of us from my mom's side, we got over 100 years already served. You
Mm,
see what I'm saying? That takes its toll on any woman. You feel me?
of course.
You know what I'm saying? So to see that joy in her face, just to see her happy, like I said, it's deeper than a birthday celebration, man. This is for real life. Like people are getting older, you know what I mean? And when they get that call, they ain't coming back. So it's a reminder to me, like every chance I get to be with my family, man, that's a blessing and I love it, man. I love it,
Big
man.
facts. Big facts. Big facts. Big facts. Yo, listen, man. It's a beautiful thing, bro. To see both of y'all come home and be the men that y'all are. So, and I think I told
Absolutely.
y'all that individually too, right? Because listen,
Absolutely.
man, listen. I I know, yo, the journey that you've been on is
Right?
crazy, but you guys have been able to put yourself in a position that you not the same person you was before, bro.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
And I'm super proud of y'all, bro. More life, man. I'm super proud of you guys, man.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, for
Appreciate
sure.
that.
Appreciate that, man. And
Definitely.
just to touch on that, just to touch on that 1 second, right? With the change thing, right? Because you know it ain't hard, it ain't easy, it's rough, right? But you got to be dedicated. And the thing with changing, especially coming from the environment we come from, a lot of people, man, they say they want to change, but they still want to hold on to that image. You feel me? And that ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? If you say you're gonna change, you can't be worrying about your old image. You got to kill that old image. You feel me? And that's what I'm striving to do. Like I said, I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? I'm cool with it. I'm cool with being legit and being out here and figuring it out. Then you know what I'm saying, to be trying to keep up with some image and taking them chances
Mm,
with my freedom and jeopardizing my people and seeing people, you know what I mean, separate and people pass away and can't even be there to show the proper respects, can't even grieve the right way. You
mm.
know what I'm saying? So like
Yo, Vic, no,
this
no,
is
no.
big.
I want you to stay with that, Vic, because that's something that's important, right? Um,
Absolutely.
a lot of us have, and not me specifically, but a lot of us, a lot of family members have had to deal with losing people, and they can't grieve properly. They can't spend the time with the family. So speak to us about that, Vic. How were you
I,
able to deal with that and make it through that?
so it's like, so I lost but well, I ain't lose my pops and my sister. They got that call in 7 months apart. You feel me?
Mm,
And it was like, both of them was like unexpected.
mm.
One of them was, semi, kind of could expect it, but the one of them just came out of nowhere. But to be in a situation I was in, being incarcerated, to hear that news and actually being there to witness my sister, my father getting put in the ground for the whole process, you know what I'm saying? But through a phone, and it's like, damn, this can't be, this ain't how it's supposed to be, man. Like you supposed to be out there.
Right.
You feel me? You supposed to be out there. It's like I don't. You get to a point in life where you don't know how you feel. You
Mm.
see what I'm saying? It just comes out in your ways and actions. But the thing that helped me get through it, because even to this day, I haven't even properly grieved. You know what I'm saying? And it could be because I don't even know what grieving look like.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? But it's like when that happened, I just know it was like reality just hit more. Like, man, bro, these is people that they not coming back. You know what I mean? So I think about the call with pops, the love, the loyalty is always there. You know what I mean? But how my pops used to always want to communicate, and just the lack of not making time to communicate with him, or just checking in with people once in a while, and then tomorrow they gone. Then now you want to think about old memories when you got a whole lifetime to communicate with people. You know what I mean? So this grieving process has been real because it's be like I sometimes I question myself like, 'cause I know I got a loving heart, man. I got a bright spirit, and I mean I'm rich in spirit, but I got a beautiful personality, and I love to love. I'm in love with love. So it kind of bothered me when I'm like, damn, my pops, which is the man that I admire. There's no man ever that I've ever met that I admire like I admire my pops. You know what I'm saying? And my sister, like for me not to like know how to grieve about it, I question myself like, damn, have you went numb? But I'm knowing I haven't went numb. You feel me? It's just that I've been dealing with so much through life that it's like, okay, this is something else you got to get past because life don't stop. You feel me? You know
So
what I mean? So
yo, I wanna jump in there, right? Then I want Boogz to get in here. So here's the thing, right? So for me, right, I started my grief process at 16, right? Actually, I started my grief process at 12 because that's when I lost my pop. So, and I wanted to share with you, I wanted to say to you that there is no blueprint on grieving. So, however you feel is how you feel.
Like you feel.
You know what I mean?
absolutely,
If you ain't overly emotional, it's cool. You don't gotta be, because the grief process,
right.
it's it comes whenever it comes, however it comes.
However you
You
grieve.
lost someone, and there's gonna be some days that you cry. There's gonna be some days you strong and confident. There's gonna be some days that you numb. But my point for saying that is there is no blueprint, bro.
Right,
This
right,
exists. So you are grieving.
right,
If you don't see
right, right, right,
the cliche signs of grief, you still
right,
grieving if
right.
you don't see those. But
Absolutely.
I want Boogz to get in there. You got something for us, Boogz?
Yeah, definitely, man. The add on with that, man, it was definitely the add on what Big Bro was talking about, man, because I was incarcerated too, when our pops died, when our pops passed away, man, and it was touching, but it was just like how God worked because, my brother had reached out. And the thing is, like Bruh said, man, our father, man, was a godly man, man. You know what I'm saying? And, he was a loving, kind, king, man. And, we loved and we loved the grounds he walked on and all that. And the thing is, man, he always wanted the best, for not just myself, but for all of us. And to experience that when receiving that call from my brother and things like that, it was touching. But one of the things that helped me to to get through it, despite where I was at, it was me and my brother and my family. We got the opportunity, see my father, on FaceTime, and we prayed, and my pops,
Absolutely.
we all put the fists up, and my
That's a
pops,
fact.
he was aware of what we was doing because he put the fist up, and that kind of helped me out a lot because that was one of my biggest fears in prison is not being able to walk back out of the prison and to see my father and and family members period again, because once you're going. But
Absolutely.
that kind of helped me get closure and know that that you know what, my pops, he up in the heavens peace. I'd rather my pops be up in the heavens resting peacefully than being in that bed struggling, because that was something that I never wanted to see my pops. I didn't want to have that last remembrance of my pops laying in a hospital bed, because that's not what my pops, me used to seeing my pops like that. My pops was always the type of person, getting the family tree together. We having Bible study, going to parks and things like that. So, just to see that I got the last opportunity to have my last words with him, and we prayed for my pops. That helped me a lot. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, with the separation, me going home, me, it's like deja vu all over again with my sister. This is my heart. I love my family. I'm big on family. I value family. And just to have Texas, to share Texas back and forth with my family. I done did 18 years, 9 months. And me and my sister, I'm motivating my sister every day, not having a clue what she battling or what she's going through. And then out of the face of the earth, I get a call. I'm at work. Yo, I gotta normally shoot to New York because my sister on her last days. That was real touching. You feel me? But like you said, man, you know, that was one of the hardest blow right there. You know what I mean? Because that was close after my pops passed away. To one of my actual sisters, out of my mother, 8 kids passed away. That hit different. But at the same time, man, you know, like I'm a firm believer. My pops always told us, man, you know, you pray on things and then, you know, you just let God handle the rest. And, you know, like she's in a better place. She's not suffering for whatever it is that she was going through or battling. And my thing is like, I know she's good, you know what I'm saying? And I know she up in the heaven watching over us, man. So, you know, I just try to reach out, but I share this with everybody, man. And me and my brother talk about this because we just had this conversation, and he shared a beautiful speech at my mother's celebration dinner. Yo, we have to know, you know, appreciate each other for why we here and put the differences aside and all that issues to the side instead of coming together when there's a tragic situation. When when you're mourning of a loss of a loved one, let's love each other, for why we here, because tomorrow ain't promised.
We got the opportunity, facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, yeah, definitely, man, definitely.
Yo, listen, man. I want to tell y'all to stay encouraged, bro. It gets a little better after time, you know what I mean? And again, y'all doing an amazing job. Stay encouraged. We want to let's talk about this, right? Let's talk about how you guys were able to come home to families and to start rebuilding that. Talk about that process. Right. That's a dope process.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you want to go, Boogz, or want me to come?
Yeah.
What you want to do this?
Yeah, it's a beautiful process. I go there, you just know me feeling, man. You feel me?
Copy.
Yeah, that process, man. You know, it's a beautiful thing, man. A beautiful feeling, man. You know, to be where we just came from, being incarcerated, man, in the darkest place ever, man. And you know, we strong individuals. It's do the time and not let the time do you, man. But you build relationships with genuine people, and everybody is not the same. You know what I'm saying? Some people, really believe in you and have faith in you, because we often hear this that oh, that's penitentiary talk and things like that. So, you know, for me to build with my wife and all that, man, at the time, man, you know, that was my friend, my best friend. She's still my best friend. That's my wife. And today's time, man, you know, she believed in me.
That's dope.
She believed in me when a lot of people didn't. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we bond and built, you know what I'm saying, a unbreakable bond and a relationship that's, crazy out of this world. And, you know what I'm saying, she wrote it out, man. You know what I mean? When I had my back against the wall. So I owe the, everything that I'm giving her to this day, and, continuously, giving her my all. You know what I'm saying? My unconditional love. But coming home, man, you know, we don't know what it's going to be like and all that. You feel me? All we know is we about to get released, and we got to prepare ourselves, to readjust back out here into society and do what we got to do. But unfortunately, man, you know, my wife was right there at the gate. You know what I'm saying? I believed in her. She held it down for me, you know what I'm saying, for some years. And you know, here we are. We got a beautiful daughter, beautiful foundation, beautiful family. And, you know, it's beautiful, man, because
shout out to the queen, though. Shout out to the queen.
Shout out to the queen. Shout out to the queen for sure.
Holding it down for you, Boogz. That's a beautiful thing, bro, to have somebody holding it down, waiting for you to come, believing in you, more importantly. Like, I mean, that's a great point. But I want to take no time. Go ahead, Vic.
Well, I just read a quote, right? It said, in order to be a good leader, you have to be willing to step out alone. You feel me? I say that to say this, man, just being frank about it. We are the glue to our family. You know what I'm saying? With all the differences, if we all got that mind frame, F me, then it's F you, then it's just gonna be total chaos. So for me, what make the transition like more easier than the average person is because I always look at it like, you know what? even when I'm not getting that same energy back, it's bigger than me. It's bigger than them. I got to do the works. It's all about the works. You could talk all day, but it's all about the works. You know what I'm saying? I'm about my family. So it ain't no question. We come from a dysfunctional family, but it's a functional dysfunctional family for the life we live. You know what I mean? So me coming home, it's like, yo, my main thing is bringing that energy where no matter what, I'm going to bridge it together. I'm going to bring it. I'm going to bring it in. You know what I mean? I'm going to bring it in. They ain't got time for the negative energy. It don't matter. I'm going to bring it all in. And the one thing that always keep me firm is my daughter. You see what I'm saying? I love my daughter. A lot of people love my daughter. You know what I mean? So with her mother, my brothers and sisters, I always make it my business. You know what I'm saying? I make it my business to keep a positive energy flowing amongst us, man. Because believe it or not, that energy, it could go one or two ways. You could let another person negative energy override on yours, or you could let that positive energy override on them. And I believe I got the influence. My influence is way more powerful than yours would be. You know what I'm saying? So I just bring that positive energy, keep a positive mind frame, even though I'm going through things. And when I go through things myself, I don't, you know what I'm saying, display that. You know what I mean? Because I want my people to be upbeat and I want them to see, like, damn, they just came home. They could do it with nothing. Damn, we could do it the same thing. But it's all about the works, man. It's all about the works, man. You gotta walk it. You know what I mean? You gotta walk it. You can't just talk. You gotta walk. You gotta walk it, bro. You know what I mean? So that's how. You know what I mean? For me, it was easy, and I ain't gonna say easy, but for that transition, because no matter what, whether I agree with how people moving or I don't agree with it, the one thing for sure, two things for certain, I know it's never gonna be nothing without family, regardless. That's gonna always be it for me. You see what I'm saying?
For sure. That's a fact. Yo, so I'm happy that we could take this time, just to give thanks. And me and Boogz, we talked about a couple things. We talked about something similar to this before when we was on Facebook Live. I'm happy that we was able to make it official. Salute to everybody that's tuning in. Make sure y'all like, follow, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Make sure y'all rock with us. We got a gentleman coming up. Rock. I said rock with us, but his company's called Rock With Me, right? So he
Rock
has an
with me.
amazing story as well. Before we get to him, though, we had Wifey, right? We was gonna bring Wifey on because what we want to do, we want to get a female perspective, right? So one of the things that we have to keep in mind, and I learned this the hard way. I won't say it's the hard way, but I learned that strong woman is the backbone of the whole entire situation.
Absolutely.
Independently of that, I probably go crazy, bro. So the fact that we have these mothers, we have these sisters, we have these wives, these women that's holding us down. We got to give them their flowers while we can give them their flowers, bro. Because if it was, I just talked to my mother today, y'all. Look, so I was like, yo, mom, happy Thanksgiving. I was like, yo, mom, I really appreciate you, bro. I don't know if you really know how much I appreciate you and everything you taught me, but I really appreciate that woman, bro. Because
Right,
if it
right,
was me to have all the kids she had, I don't know. Holding it together dolo sometime, I don't know.
right.
But I
That's
know
a fact.
I know how these women give it up. So we want to get a woman's perspective. And where's she at? She's available? Oh, hold on, Boogz. Okay, Boogz, what happened?
Yeah, she available. No, I mean, you sent her the link?
Do I got a number?
Yeah,
Text me her number and I'll send it to her.
all right.
So she can get here. Yeah, but yo, Vic, I was telling Mama
Yeah.
Love, I was like, yo, Mom, you did an amazing job, bro,
Hey,
to have all these kids and you still right here
fact.
by our side holding us down whenever. Salute to them
Hey,
queens,
now you
bro.
right though. That woman, hey, that special woman. You right though. The woman is definitely, you know what I mean. that strong foundation comes in the form of a woman when you build your empire, man. You feel me? And you definitely, especially being behind them doors, man, you got that special woman, and she's there dedicated, like bro said, when everybody else count you out. Like my special woman I got, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
She definitely made sure, you know what I mean, emotionally, mentally, physically, that my needs was catered to. You feel me? You know what I mean? And I definitely appreciate her for that, holding together, you know what I mean, coming home, being able to actually have a real job, setting me up with things of that nature. That was big. You know what I'm saying? And that definitely helped my transition into society. You know what I mean? Coming home, knowing I got a situation where I'm gonna be given a job, so I ain't got to worry about where no income coming in from. So definitely salute to all the women, man. All the women for real, because they definitely make it easier for us, man. So I
Yeah,
definitely
for
show
sure.
appreciation to them.
Absolutely. Yo, Boogz, I sent you the link to send to her because I ain't gonna be able to get her number.
Okay, yeah. I'm about to do it right now.
Yeah. Vic, what you be listening to, bro? Music
Man,
wise,
I ain't gonna.
what's in your joint?
Hey, I ain't even gonna lie. Hey, yo, no cap, right? I don't even be. Hey, I play like the same couple songs, and I've been playing my son Max Biggerville, man. And it's three songs. This literally, because I don't even really be. I be so in tune with trying to get myself situated, right? I just play joint when I hop in the shower, son. And I be playing that Max. I play that joint him and Jim got the love of my life.
Okay. Okay.
He got some joint called Lip Sing. And
Okay.
then there's one more. It's three songs, literally. Everybody else is just, if you know what I mean, when I'm in the car with somebody, whatever the song come on, or these dudes is listening to something, I listen to. But my favorite three, you know what I mean, over the years, beside that, like during my incarceration and all that, my favorite three has been Pop Smoke, King Von, and Moneybag.
Okay.
Yeah, they got me through. They got me through my bed, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yo, shout out to Biggerville. That's the day one from the town.
That's a
Max, what up, baby?
fact.
You already know the vibe. Salute to him. Happy he came home. I'm happy Max
That's
finally getting the
definitely,
credit that he deserved, getting his flowers while he's still alive. I'm just
absolutely.
happy for him, bro. I'm happy for him. When I see him, I see him. But Max is day one. Max is from the block. Shout out to 40
That's a
if you already
fact.
know what we're doing out here. Let's go, Max. What up, baby?
That's a fact.
So
That's
I
a
like that, man.
fact.
I like that playlist. That's what's up. Boogz, what you listening to, baby?
Yeah, young boy. Uh, Lil Dirt, man. Free Lil Dirt, man. Definitely, man. And it's yeah. Got a free Lil Dirt. I came home dumping him, and I was listening to NBA YoungBoy in that nasty joint. And I got to take it back to the, the original, man. Big. I love Hove. Shout out to Hove. And
Yeah,
and, and
yeah, for sure.
them rappers right there, man. They bigger than just rap. You know what I'm saying?
For
But
sure.
That's a
Hove,
fact.
speaking of Hove, and he trendsetters, man. He just went from the blocks to corporate stuff, man, doing great things and all that, man. So it's
Blueprint,
big.
for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Blueprint, man, definitely. So
Hey,
you got to follow him, man, because
and,
it's bigger than just rap, man. You know what I mean? He paved the way through the music, but he also showing you a different side. You know what I mean? So you shout out the whole.
hey, but speaking to young boy, right? Definitely salute. You know what I mean? I ain't really familiar with his music, but salute to him and his presence. You know what I'm saying? I got a newfound respect for him just watching a couple things. I seen how he interacted with the people, you know what I mean? And he wasn't too big, like he had his jewels on and everything, and security trying to hold him back. But nah, he made it his business to go and interact with the people, man. And for real, like a feeling is something you can't explain. And just the like something went through my body when I seen him interacting with them people, man. And I got a newfound respect for the young boy, man. For sure, man.
Yeah,
For
yo,
sure, man.
he got a cult following, bro. So he been putting his
Right.
work in,
Sis,
and
what's up,
it's
sis?
almost similar to
What's
Max
up, bro?
flow.
What's the word? Happy
Peace and
Thanksgiving.
blessings. Happy Thanksgiving. But definitely,
So
oh, before we let sis in, don't forget, nephew want to come up, man. Y'all go check out Floss Money, man. Know what I'm saying? Floss Money got Floss Money trying to do his thing, man. Go check out that new single he got, man. Can't fuck with us, man, because he definitely putting the footwork in, and for real, man. A lot of people, you know what I mean, doubted him, but man, he putting in that work ground up and coming from a situation where he coming from. I salute him, man, for sure.
So Vic, so this is what you do, right? You send me some music, right? We'll
Right?
incorporate his music into what we're doing. So I don't know if you saw the
Okay.
intro, but the intro of our joint is my man Mike West from Cali. Me and
Okay.
Boogz chopped it up with him. He's supposed to be on with us, but you know, he doing what he do. He gonna pop in maybe sometime. You know, I don't know.
Oh,
It's up to him.
okay.
But we definitely gave him that olive branch, Boogz, right? We gave him the olive branch, and he was like, yeah, you know. So we'll see. But give me some
Okay.
music. Send some music. We'll put some of his soundtrack in what we're doing to make to support all of us.
Okay.
Everybody
Copy.
get
Copy.
supported.
Copy.
Yo,
Ain't
so
no
ladies and
question.
gentlemen, we got a beautiful young lady here, the Queen Diva. Oh wow, I thought it was Shia. Shia? What? I'm confused. What we doing down there? Nah,
Yo.
Shia, what up,
That's
baby?
my alias site.
All right. So, yo, we was just talking about Thanksgiving, what it means to us. We was talking about the importance of having a strong individual on your team, transitioning from incarceration to freedom. We was talking about how important you guys are as women in our lives, and there's no better time to bring you in than being on that topic. But first, you gotta let us know. Give us a little bit of insight on your story, who you are. You told me before you was like, yo, I was down. I was locked up before. So talk to us a little bit about that, just so people could get an understanding on who you are and how you're gonna come into this and make sense of all this mess that we be making as men.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. So yeah, I done been there before. So, I understand like how it is for real. Um,
I got a
just
question.
be
I got a question, real quick.
uh-huh.
You being there before,
Mute
what
your mic, Brandon.
yeah, I muted him.
Yeah, okay.
Yo, so you being there before, when you came home, because we were talking about transitioning, what was that process like for you?
Well, I had a strong support system while I was down. So it wasn't as hard as it is for others because I was kind of like when I went in there, I was kind of prepared for it. So I had everything kind of like lined up. Like as far as I had a car out here, but I left money out here to keep my bills paid, while I was gone. I had people still handling my business for me, like, so I was able to come right back and, just start right where I left off instead of having to start over. So that was a blessing. I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for everybody that was, there holding me down, making all that possible. Because
So
those were
you was a boss. You talking that boss talk. You was like, yo,
I mean, I ain't gonna say all that, but
She was like, yo, I had everything ready. Don't play with me out here.
yeah. Like for the
Yo.
most part, like when it comes to
Nah.
the tangible stuff, but it's like still one thing about it, you can't get that time back, so
For sure.
I did miss out on a lot too, but once I got back out here, I did what I was supposed to do to get back where I needed to be. Um I learned from it, and like I said, though that was like my darkest time. So just knowing like how it is to actually be in there helped a lot when it came to me and Boog's relationship, because it was like I understood, and I would never judge. It was to the point to where I didn't even really know his release date, because again, I know how it is to be in there. So one thing I never would ask anybody locked up is when you come home, like what day you get out. Just because, because at that time he had probably like what 7-8 years left.
Mm.
So I never even said, when you get out. I never knew. Like I never looked it up or nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah, I know how that is. Like, so I would never do, you know, so that's just an example of how like that just kind of like being there help you relate and you understand so you can help, you know, a person get through it more. You know, never when you on the phone we just talking regular like, you know, like you out here, you know what I'm saying? Instead of you in there when you coming home, like, you know, because that just bring you down and make your time go by slower. And
So you had a certain level of sensitivity because you understand the process and you
mm-hmm,
understand that, you know, talking about the time left is a burden in itself. So,
exactly.
you know what I mean? Salute to you for having that level of sensitivity in the mind and the heart to be able to connect with him, and it's important, you know what I mean, that we have people like that in our lives. So I
Right.
understand that you are a businesswoman too.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So that's another thing. Like, you know, even though I went through all of that, did all that, you know, I was able to come home and get my life together. And it's kind of like all of that got erased because it's like now here we are. Let's see, that was like 2011, 2012, whenever I was going through all of that. And it was mostly from being around the wrong people. Kind of like really nothing I was doing myself, just who I was dealing with. You know, the police wanted the person I was dealing with so bad that they just would do any and everything to try to get to him, even if it meant messing with me, you know, and by me not walking a straight line, I kind of got caught up in the mix of that, you know, and really it just taught me that, you know, sometimes you don't even have to be doing anything. Sometimes you don't even have to have nothing. Like the person I was with, he got in trouble. I was with him. I got in trouble. You know, I got locked up. They gave me a $500,000 bond. You know, I had to just sit there for over 4 months just to get out and be able to fight that from the streets. And the whole
Wait, no, wait,
time,
hold up. Now, I don't mean to interrupt you. So you had a half a million for your bond?
a $500,000 bond. Yep, he had $1 million bond, and it was like whenever the police got us, he didn't have not one drug, not one gun, not one nothing. It was just all about what people said about him.
That's an
That was
indictment.
enough for them to lock both of us up and throw away the key. And he ended up getting 26 years. Ain't have nothing. So, you know, it just taught me like, you know, sometimes just who you around could be trouble. You know, like you don't even necessarily have to be doing nothing. Again, he didn't get caught with nothing. Not a gun, not a drug, not nothing. I got locked up. He got locked up. He's still doing time. 26 years.
So me and Boogz was talking about this a couple weeks ago, and we was looking at the industrial complex. The prison industrial complex is set up because they need bodies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You remember that, Boogz?
Yeah, that's a fact. We was talking about how the system's so corrupted and all that, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's crazy. Not that it's crazy because I try to tell people, man, you know, in today's time, man, every day, man, you know, it ain't worth it, man. It's definitely ain't worth it, man. The choices and decisions that you make is gonna reflect on how your life gonna turn out to be, man. So you know, don't be chasing on me, none of that, on me stuff out there. You might think you're getting away with it, man. You know what I'm saying? You can get away with it 100 times, 500 times, but when they catch you one time, it's over with, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know everything that, you know what I'm saying, you accumulated in them times that you did get away with it, you're gonna lose it by one opportunity that they when they get you. You know what I mean? So, you know, you gotta understand, man. You know, take a different route, take a different path. You know what I'm saying? You gotta believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's simple. Like, you know what I mean? Don't feel like you gotta do certain things to feel accepted or be down. Like, nah, be you. You know what I'm saying? If a person don't accept you for who you are, the hell with them. You know what I mean? So, you know, I always tell people that to this day, man. You know, I like to motivate the youth and speak to the youth as along with my brother. He doing it too. And you know, that's what we stand on, man. We didn't like, you know, share our story and hope that it could reflect and, you know, help others to know what I mean, not make the decisions and that we made, not go through what we went through, you know, especially for our kids. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yo, Boogz, here's the challenge though, right? So, because it is challenging, and I deal with this with my son, right?
Yeah.
Um, when I'm telling him the stories about my life and like, yo, we used to, it's a challenge for young people to accept that now that you're past your prime and what you wanted to do when you want to do it, and I'm at that point now, right? So it's kind of a challenge for them to hear you out because they're like, nah, I'm just living my life right now. Like when you was my age, you lived yours, right?
Yeah.
So it's somewhat of a struggle, bro. Is all I'm saying, to really convince them and get them to see, like, yo, I was dumb. I made mistakes, bro.
Yeah,
But
see, not to cut you off and all that,
nah, you
man.
good.
And I know bro gonna add on with it too, man. You know, I know he's gonna definitely add it because I see him in deep thoughts. But it's like this, man. You know, it's easy to get their attention and all that. I mean, being that who we are, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, it's like we got to have a solution for them. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like, you know, when we was coming up and all that, you know, people used to always tell us this, that, and the third and all that. But yo, we wasn't trying to hear that if you ain't had a solution for us. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I get it where they coming from. And, you know, with the system, they always, you know what I mean, you want to say keep the violence and things like that down and use certain people to try to help, you know what I mean, keep the violence down. But the thing is, what's the solution? Is y'all trying to, you know what I mean, give these grants out so we could get some programs for these, you know what I mean, kids and keep them off the streets? You know what I'm saying? You know, because at the end of the day, with that true color stuff, like, you know what I mean, no disrespect to it or whatever, but to me, it seemed like that was benefiting them people. The DA, you know what I mean, and his peoples and all that. You know what I'm saying? Getting all them together, whatever the case may be. But what did it stop? What did it change? You
Yeah.
know what
So
I'm saying? We don't
before
need
you
it,
go, Vic, right?
and I say that because it's like this. We don't need them to know me to change the narrative of what's going on. We need each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They need us more than we need them. Cause we from this environment. We came up in this environment. So we know what it's like. They don't know what it's like. They're on the outside looking in. They judging really. They
Mm-hmm.
trying to just, know what I mean, you know, disconnect, you know what I mean, to take people away from their family so they could be disconnected and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I was like, yo, man, we have to, know what I mean, understand this. And I tell all these dudes to this day, man, the youth, man, educate yourself to whatever it is that you into, man, because at the end of the day, the system is corrupted, it's crooked. If you into that lifestyle, whatever, you better be understanding and educate yourself to what's going on with the system, because at the end of the day, I went through it. When I went in court, they look at is a black man with money and all that. We just gonna get money from him and all that, man. You feel me? He gonna go sell. He gonna go sell me to the judge and all that, and tell me, say, yeah, yes sir, no sir. Like, nah, educate yourself so you'll know what's going on. Don't sit in them courtrooms and think because you gave a lawyer tens of thousands of dollars that he got your back and got your best interest, because it's not his freedom, it's your freedom. So I just wanted to share that, man.
So, Boogz, what I was going to say, right? Because you kind of struck a nerve when you said the True Colors joint, because nephew was rocking with them heavy, right?
Yeah.
And he ended up in a position, you know, and I started to kind of look at them sideways. I'm like, yo, what is this? But then I had to put my my thinking hat on. I had to realize what they did do is expose him to things that he wouldn't have ordinarily been exposed to, right?
Right.
I don't know the details because I wasn't down there, and I don't know how True Colors give it up, but I did see some benefits of what they were doing. The issue for us, Boogz, is hold on, let me mute you. The issue for us is this though. We don't really have strong enough organizations with the capital behind us to create situations like that, right? We don't have so if they got a brewery, they can give people jobs. Who in Wilmington has a business that's large enough to give jobs to all of these ex people that they want off the street? We don't really be having that. So, you know, it's kind of twofold. But with that being said, we got another guest in the building. We got the Rock With Me CEO. And I want you to stay here, Diva, because we want to hear from you again. If you don't mind. Is that cool? Diva. So look, guys, this is what I'm gonna ask y'all to do. Mute yourself, because I don't want to mute you. If you mute yourself when somebody else talking, it'll be a lot easier. So the feedback, you know what I mean? The noise won't be coming in. But yo, shout out to the big bro, the Mr. Motivation himself, Mr. Inspiration himself, the one and only Rock With Me CEO, Scotty. What up, baby? How you doing?
I'm great, brother. How you doing?
Yo, I'm fantastic. Happy New Year, my guy. Happy New Year. Yo, Scotty,
Happy
listen.
Happy
I said I was gonna
Thanksgiving.
come to BK, to your house, and rock with you. I ain't do it yet. Don't hold it against me. I'll be there
Ab-
soon. I'll be there.
Absolutely
How you
not.
mute
You're not
this
even
joint? How I
holding.
mute it?
Hey, I'll mute you, Vic. Yeah, Scotty, what up, bro?
I can't call it, man. I might spoil it, man.
Indeed,
Just try.
indeed.
What's going on with you? How you doing, man?
I'm fantastic. I ain't got no complaints, bro. I'm fantastic. Everybody's accounted for. It's a Thanksgiving holiday. We celebrating, we eating good, and we just spending time with loved ones. You know how that goes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yo, so Scotty, we were just having a conversation on transitioning from incarceration to freedom. Everybody here has gone down that path. I know some people know your story. I don't know if they know it, but just share a little bit with us about how you feeling this Thanksgiving first and foremost, and then
I mean,
the process.
I'm grateful, man. You know, I'm grateful. I'm humbly grateful. I ain't got no complaints about nothing, man. I'm thankful. How about that? We're gonna say that. I'm
Indeed,
thankful.
indeed.
So my journey was definitely some bad that I can't it resolved from a lot of bad decisions that I made, a lot of bad choices I made. I'm in recovery. I struggled with addiction for 36 years. My drug of choice was more. You know, it got that bad for me, whatever. I probably would have took a birth control pill if I felt like it got me high. That's how bad it got for me. But I've been arrested 76 times, man. I've been to prison 8 times. I've been falsely accused of first degree murder and armed robbery, and I was weeks away from a death penalty trial before I got exonerated. But none of that changed my life, man. You know, I fell in love with something that didn't have no arms and legs and wasn't capable of loving me back, man. I fell in love with drugs, and it like took control of my life at a young age, man. Like I said, I used for 36 years. I started using at 10 and got clean at 46.
Mhm.
God willing, June 14th, I have 10 years clean and sober, man. And
Yo, salute,
I,
salute, salute.
yeah, so now I'm the CEO and the founder and the visionary of a nonprofit organization called Rock With Me Inc. And my mission is to promote healthy lifestyles, man. Try to carry a message. I consider myself a hope dealer, man. I went from being a dope dealer to a hope dealer, man. So my mission is to just really try to bring awareness to the things that we struggle with in our own community, man, like addiction, like mental health, and pre and
Mhm.
post incarceration. Most of the things that I dealt with myself, man, that I thought it wasn't no way out. And I didn't know how to ask for help because I was misinformed by the misinformed. Like men don't cry, men don't, ask for help. We handle this. And, I suffered in silence for a long time because I didn't know how to get out of the storm that I was in, man. But I finally got to a point of being broken, man, and got enough courage to ask somebody to help me and show me how to live and get out so I can get out the situation that I was in, man, because I was in a dark place for a long time, man. And I was comfortable going to the penitentiary because that was the only way, believe it or not, that I could get away from the drugs, man. I didn't know how to not use drugs, man. I knew how to stop at some point because I would get incarcerated, but I didn't know how to not start back up. And it ruled my life for a long time, man. And I got clean and sober in Brooklyn. I'm from North Carolina, born and raised in Wilmington, North Carolina, but I couldn't get clean there, man. And I moved there. I moved from there. Went to Georgia. Stayed in Georgia about 5 years. Been in New York 18 years. Been clean 9. So I've got 9 years of using in New York, and I got 9 years of being clean sober, coming up on 10 years, man. So most of my story it revolves around me using and going to the penitentiary, man. So now I try to bring awareness that to other, brothers who think it ain't no way out. Like I got to come home and I got to go back to the same things and do the same things to try to, get ahead. Well, I'm employed, man. I became employed. I went to school and got the training that I needed to become employable, man. And I stopped. I became teachable, man, because what I thought I knew about living almost killed me several times, man. I didn't know nothing about living. I created all these characters for survival, and now I had to learn how to live, man, and learn how to be responsible, man. And it took a while, man. It was fear because it was a lot of fear of change. I didn't think I could do it. I didn't think I could do nothing else but the way I was living. I thought that was my life, and I accepted it. I had already accepted death. I didn't know. Uh, I knew I was gonna die. I just didn't know how. I couldn't accept life because I hadn't lived it for a long time. Y'all still on here? Because I only see myself now.
Yeah, yeah. I put you up.
Okay,
You
okay,
there. Yeah,
okay,
yeah. I just
okay,
put you up.
okay. So yeah, man. Uh, but I got courage enough, man. Well, how I got to the point. I always thank God, right, for the gift of desperation, man. Because if I wouldn't have never got to a place of being desperate, I wouldn't have never changed my life. And I still would have been going through the bitter ends, man. Like, jails, institutions, and death. That was the end of the story, the lifestyle that I was living, man. But I got the courage enough to ask somebody to help me, man, show me how to live, man. Because I was spiritually bankrupt. I was physically and mentally exhausted, man. 36 years of running. Um, but found this recovery process thing, man, and I jumped on it and I believed in it, man, and it changed my life, man. Like I said, I became employable. I worked. I got 76 arrests, 5 felonies, and the last job I was on, I was the supervisor, and I trained all the people that did the same job I did, and I worked as a peer advocate, right, and mostly I worked with people who struggle with addiction, and then they got a small piece of mental health that come behind it. And then I transitioned to being a peer specialist. Now I work with people who have severe mental illness, and they have a history of substance abuse behind it. So I go out in some of the roughest neighborhoods in Brooklyn and try to find the people like me, and try to give them the support and encouragement that they need. And like they told me, if I love what I do, it seems like I never work a day in my life, and I love my job, man. And
That's what's up.
and it's like somebody helped me get to where I'm at, man. Ain't no way in the world I could have got here by myself and on my own thinking. I had to use other people thinking to get to a place where I at, because my best thinking got me arrested 76 times. My best thinking
Yo,
got me
76 times is crazy, bro. That's insane. Yo, Scott, I
yeah,
want to ask you a question though, because you said something that really struck a chord, right? So you
yeah,
said you was on death row.
yeah. I was on trial. They had they had started picking a juror for me to go to trial. They picked 6 jurors, like Monday through Friday. They went through a trial, a jury selection type of thing. And that Friday, they had 6 jurors. So the next week, they was going to go through and get the next 6. And that following Monday, my trial was going to start, because they offered me a plea bargain for a life sentence with no possibility of parole for a murder and a robbery that I didn't commit. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And that Friday, after court that Friday, I went back to my cell, and they came and got me like an hour later, and like, you'll get your stuff, you're going home, right? And it took me like 2 hours to come out the cell, because I'm thinking they playing and joking. We about to go to trial. They got jurors, and they like, get your stuff, you're going home. So I would never come out the cell, because I was in the cell, and I was in North Carolina. I had been in that cell like 2 years. Everybody in there had murder charges, and I was the only one to get out at the end. Um, but they used to come in there, it was white officers, and they used to send file stuff to us like, you're gonna die in here. They was just off the hook. So I didn't believe them. But the shift changed that day, right? And the second shift came on, and with this old black lady used to come in there when everybody was asleep. And she used to read me the Bible and explain the Bible to me. And she used to bring me home cooked meals. So when the shift came, the shift changed. She came in there, and she said, sit down. I know this is a lot. This is what we prayed for. And she said, all your charges have been dropped, man. And you are free to go. You know what I mean? She said, after I do my rounds, I lost it, man.
Yo,
It
so
was
Scott,
it,
no, here's the question though, right? So getting ready, getting the jurors prepared. They got the 6 jurors, they getting 6 more. This is what I want. I want to understand, what was your thought process in that period when you're on trial for murder to go to death row? Like, what was the thought process? What were you thinking?
I, I was scared. I was scared, man, because you hear about people going to prison doing 25, 30 years, and then they finding out that they're innocent 25 years later, and in the beginning, like, seriously, in the beginning, man, because I stayed so high all the time. And, I was doing things in the streets, like, and like the first 6 months, man, I was like, did I black out? Because I used to black out. I was like, because these people
Yo,
got
did
me
I
for
really
murder.
do it? That's crazy.
Yeah. Right.
That's
And I was
crazy.
like, did I really kill this person? And I didn't know, like 6 months, all them drugs we got out of my ass, man. And I was like, no, hell, I ain't do that. Here, like, nah, we going to trial with this, because I know I ain't do that. I wasn't that high. But yeah, man, I was scared to death, man. I
Yo,
was
but
scared,
Scott, yo,
bro.
you could have been high. You could have copped to that though.
No, I wasn't copying. No, because you know what I mean? I wasn't copying. I might have even copped some stuff, but I wasn't copying that, right? But what happened was, I knew this much, man. Like I've been to prison 8 times, but I knew a little something about the system, right? If I
Right.
take a plea bargain for a life sentence, if I take a plea bargain for a life sentence with no possibility of parole, that means I can't fight it no more. I took a plea. I can't come back for it,
That's a
right?
fact. Yeah, that's a
Even
fact.
if I would have did it, I wouldn't have took no damn plea. I would have threw the dice with trial. You know what I mean? So,
Facts. That's
uh,
facts. That's
you
facts.
know what I mean? At least if I blow trial, get the death penalty, I can appeal it, doing, you know, what I mean, come back and you know. But I deep down, man, I know I didn't do this murder, man. I'm not taking no plea bargains for no damn life with no possibility of parole, man. And look, I'm gonna tell you the
Bugs,
craziest
look at
thing.
Bugs.
The craziest thing about that, right? The craziest thing about that, the cat that actually did it, man. He was in the cell with me like 3 times.
That's
He got
crazy.
out. He
Crazy.
got out, came
That's
back.
crazy. That's
He got
crazy.
out, came, and we used to sit up all night, like talking and talking and shit. Like, and he used to come in, like he come in, like he go out there and stay a couple months, 4, 5, 6 months, come back, don't have nothing. So give him a family pack, give him hygiene and all that. Give him commissary stuff to eat. I did this for him. You know what I mean? Every time he came in, I did this for him. And the whole
But
while,
he knew
he
you was
he
on
did.
trial for that murder though, that he did?
You damn right. We used to sit up and go through my paperwork. Yo, man,
Yo,
listen.
that's crazy.
Listen, man. But you know what, man? At the end of the day, man, at the end of the day, when I finally, I wasn't even mad at him, man. Because of one, I wouldn't expect nobody to go, yo, I killed him, let him go. You know what I mean? But stop coming in there and let me buy you commissary and all that shit there. You know what I mean? But I just saw him. He just did, and what's so crazy, when they got him, they offered him a plea bargain for 25 years, man. He did 25 years. They didn't offer him no plea bargain for life with no possibility of parole. They offered him. He just got out, man. I went home in I went to North Carolina um August, and he had just got out, and I ran into him. I ran into him,
Damn, that's crazy. That's
and
crazy.
he looked at me. And he was like, but I changed, man. You know what I mean? I'm not the same person who came into this process of recovery. I changed, man.
Mhm.
And he looked at me, and he was looking at me from across, across the room, right? And I walked over there and talked to him. I said, "What's up?" You know what I mean? Like I wasn't holding on to that, man. You know what I mean? Like, and I didn't want him to think that, you done did 25 years, man. You know what I mean? Like it, wa- I wasn't gonna get no satisfaction of doing nothing, being crazy. Yo,
Mhm.
all of that. I was at a place of I'm at a place now of being humble, man. They told me if I don't be humble, I'll be humiliated, man. So, you know, it wasn't gonna change nothing. It wasn't gonna change nothing. And I ain't want him to think I'm walking around with that on me, because I ain't holding on to that, man. It is what it is. I was in the streets, shit happened in the streets then, and it's behind me. You know what I mean? Like I talked to him about, don't go back to the penitentiary, get yourself together. Things ain't the same. We ain't doing the same thing. I ain't doing the same thing. I changed. You know what I mean? I was telling him about getting goddamn life together, man. That's how you can pay me back. Get your life together. Go get a job. Do something with yourself. You got kids out here, man. You ain't been able to raise them in 25 years. You've been there. Do that. That's how you pay me back. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So we just kicked it for a minute. You know what I mean? And I left it at that.
Yo, so Scott, so we got my cousins here, both of them, they just did 18, right? Both of y'all did 18. Wait, I got you muted, Vic. Yeah, what you say?
Yeah, I just came home from doing 11, and right before that, I did 13 and a half.
Okay, okay. So Boogz, you
You know what I'm
did.
saying?
You gotta unmute yourself.
Yeah, I did me parts of y'all. I did 18 years, 9 months.
Okay. Yeah, so
It's
go ahead.
it's funny because one Pac was down in the jail. I was down in the jail when he was fighting that. I was in the juvenile block though. You
Yeah.
heard? I was in the juvenile
That's
block.
V.
Yeah, this
That's
V
V.
right here.
What's
This
up,
Vic.
baby boy? What's up,
What's up?
man?
Salute, man. Salute,
Right back
man.
at you, man. Welcome home, bro.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Yeah, man. So yeah, man. It's definitely my life has definitely changed, bro. You know,
Yeah.
the struggles just changed, man. But I learned how to deal with the struggles without using. You know what I mean? Because everything I didn't want to feel nothing for a long time, so I tried to medicate how I felt. You know what I mean? But now I just go through, go through the feelings. We feel, deal, and we heal, man. And, you know, life be life, and man. But to me, God be God and too. So I try to stay out, get out of the problem, get into the solution now, man. You know.
For sure. Yo, so look, I don't want to take a lot of our Thanksgiving time books. We had several topics that we did not talk about that was on the thumbnail. We didn't talk about those things, bro. What's up with that? We gotta if we put this product out and we say we're gonna discuss this, we gotta talk about that. So yo, I wanted to say this, right? So salute the Outcast though, because we're talking about the rap joint. Those guys, when I was in Wilmington, right? I was so New York. I ain't like nobody that wasn't from New York. If you was not from New York, hip hop wise, I wasn't rocking with you. And then Outkast came out when I was there. Everybody down there was rocking Outkast heavy. I was like, I don't know about. But then I realized that these dudes are amazing, bro. Super talented individuals from Atlanta, Georgia. Shout out to them. So they just got inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I wanted to talk about that because it's important for us to understand where we came from and where we could go, right? Because I don't know, I'm a little. I don't know if y'all remember when the culture started.
And
when the hip hop culture started, bro, it was not none of this stuff that it is now.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean?
not.
So to see that progression, to see that it's a $1 trillion industry, I salute all of those guys who paved the way and put that work in to get us to where we are now. So salute to them. I wanted to make sure we talk about that. I wanted to also speak about because Scotty, you live in the boroughs. What you think about Mom Donnie, bro? You the perfect person.
Woo.
You the perfect person to talk about Mom Donnie.
Man, listen, I don't know what he gonna do, man. You know, the politics
you can
is a it's it's shaky, man. Like they say all the stuff that they're gonna do. We don't see what he gonna do though, because they say everything they're gonna do and then they get it off and the whole thing switch up on you, man. So and it's just draining, man. It drains you, the whole politic thing, man. But
It does.
we don't,
I agree.
man,
But I
and
like
not
Mom
being
Donnie though. I think he used to be a rapper, Scotty. He used to rap, so he might be official, bro.
yeah, he might be. I hope he is. I mean, he talked. We're like all of them come in talking good, but he's definitely he a younger, and
There you
like
go.
he's younger, and his you can't grab new ideas on a closed mind, right? So he seems open minded. You know what I mean? A lot. So hopefully that he can really change New York, man, because what's going on now around not just in with New York with the politics things all over. It's crazy right now, man. It's crazy.
So, yo, I think you're absolutely correct about that. I want him to win, right? I want anybody that's trying to change, the city and make it a better place. I want them to win. So, it is what it is. Boogz, what you got for me? Because we did the returning home from prison reform. We did that, right? We talked about being thankful. We don't want to take a lot of our Thanksgiving time. We gotta get back. I know, Vic, you good money, but you spending time with family now, so that's even better. What you got, Boogz?
Oh man, yeah, we touched on a lot, man. It was deep. It was deep tonight, man. This episode one.
Episode one for sure.
But as far as to pick up with the new elect, as far as the mayor situation, I ain't really big on politics and into that like myself. But what I will say is don't just try to pitch to win the election and become mayor and not do nothing, man. You know what I mean? Because I'm all about change now, and I if he do win, I hope he win. You know what I'm saying?
He won already. He won.
Oh, he won. Okay, all right. So just make some change, man, for the best. You know what I'm saying? For the people.
Right, for sure.
That's all I pretty much could say, because I ain't gonna sit here and say I'm a type that's into politics and things like that, because I don't really be getting into that. But it's good to educate yourself and know about it, because at the end of the day, it's part of me too. You feel me?
For sure. Yo, so what I want to do? Hold on, Scott. Yeah, we can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Who, me?
No, Scotty. I think he's talking, but we can't hear him.
He probably got to unmute his mic.
Yeah, it looked like he muted. So, Sia, you got something for us? You want to give us some words?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, picking up where we was at though. What I was saying. Oh yeah, just it was more of who I was around. Getting in trouble, doing time, things like that. But just not letting it affect my future. I came home, I went to college, I got my degree, I started my own business.
Salute to you.
Fast forward 10 years later, I was able to get my record expunged. So it's like none of that never happened. And I'm just grateful for that because, a lot of that stuff was in the way of things I was trying to do when I did get out because I had, these charges. It took a lot, to get away from all of that. Like I was saying, even though nobody had no drugs, no guns, no nothing, it still cost me like 11,000 in lawyer fees to get out of the situation. When I was able to get out, they had me on pretrial. I had 2 house arrest ankle bracelets on at one time, messing up my whole fashion statements and everything, for 2 years, just being locked down in the house. So that's why, whenever I was in the house, couldn't go nowhere, I used to always be like, once I get all this behind me, I'm really going to do everything I want to do. And that's what I did. I started traveling. That's why I traveled so much. Because, I was waiting on all of that. And, I'm just grateful for the struggles because it made me who I am. Even though, like I said, you can't get that time back. It's like a whole thing. But, again, I probably wouldn't be who I am right now if it wasn't for that. So, if I could help anybody else out, hopefully they could see this for free and not have to go through what I went through and just do it from the start. But yeah, can you mute yours, Brent? I think. Oh, okay. I don't know why it's echoing like that, but yeah, man, that's pretty much in a nutshell. Oh, and that's why I'm so proud of Brandon because at one time I didn't think he would be able to leave the streets alone even while he was locked up. Because some people be addicted to drugs and some people be addicted to the money from the drugs. And he had an addiction to the money, even while he was locked up. And I would tell him, like, you got to start in there. Like, you got to leave it alone from in there. Because if you can't leave it alone from in there, you're going to get back out here and be on the same type of time. And after what I went through, just from being around somebody and getting in trouble like that, I had already made my mind up that I ain't want that no more. Like, I couldn't put myself in that type of situation no more. So I couldn't put myself around a person who was doing that anymore because that just wasn't it. And it took him a little minute, like he was telling you on the last episode, like for him to actually see and understand it. But once he got it, and he ain't looked back since. And I'm just so proud of him for that.
Salute the Boogz. Boogz, shout out to you, bro. Good work.
So appreciate it.
Yo, so this is
Yeah,
what we're gonna
so
do. We got about 5 minutes left. From 5 to 9. So I want to give you guys an opportunity. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody here. I'm inspired by all of you guys. This is one of the reasons why I was like, yo, I want to bring y'all on because you guys inspire me, right? And I appreciate you and your journey and everything that you've done. It's an honor. It's an honor and a pleasure to be around greatness, right? Because I see greatness and all of you guys here. So I'm gonna give each one of you an opportunity to close us out with however you feel. Give some words. So we got 4 people, 5 minutes. So that's 60 seconds apiece. So whoever want to start, you can start. You want to start, Vic or Boogz? Who wants to
Man, peace and blessings to everybody. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? Always keep God at the forefront for sure. Believe in yourself. You know what I mean? Don't be no follower. Be a trendsetter. Don't be afraid to go against the norm. You know what I'm saying? Most importantly, surround yourself with people that can help you and uplift you. You know what I mean? Stop surrounding yourself with people that can only pull you down or looking for you to carry all the weight. You know what I mean? It's one thing to be around people that need the help, but it's another thing that people just sitting around thinking they're entitled to the help. So surround yourself with people that got things to offer you and help you and uplift you. And I mean, I appreciate y'all for having me on the show. Continue to do what y'all doing. But most importantly, man, to everybody, whatever your journey is, whatever you're striving to do, know this. It's all about the works. We done with the talking. It's all about the works. If you ain't putting in the works, it's pointless. You know what I'm saying? With that, y'all stay blessed and have a blessed Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? You can follow me on my Facebook page. This is Victor Valadares Jr. Or you can follow me on my Instagram page, Star Power underbar 027 underbar 121. And then the motivational page I got with my brother, which is Sirius Brown, and the motivational Instagram page, which is Sirius Brown also. So y'all stay blessed and live life righteously.
Man, Vic and B. I didn't even know B was on here, man. Cause I can't. My screen's so small, I can't see nobody. I'm already blind, right?
Yeah.
But I just wanted to tell both of you brothers, man, how proud I am of y'all, man. And I love you, man. I believe in you. Don't ever stop doing what you're doing because a lot of people tell me I motivate them, but y'all motivate me. Super. I always love you, man, and I appreciate you, man, always, man, for showing me love and support, man, encouragement, man. I believe in y'all, man. I don't have it all together, but together we got it all, man. You know what I mean? So my website is rockwithme.org, rocwitme.org. I got a Instagram page is Rock With Me. I got a YouTube page, Rock With Me Inc. I got a TikTok page, Hope Dealer. I went from being a dope dealer to a hope dealer, man. Hope stands for hold on, pain on, man. We always be in that position, man. You know what I mean? So I just want to say I believe in you cats, man. And I'm watching you, man. And I'm following you, man. And keep doing what you're doing because you motivate and inspire me, man. And I love you for the most part, man. I love all of y'all and sister too, man. Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings, peace and blessings, man. Wanted to tell each and every one of y'all, man, it was great having y'all, man. You feel me on the show, man. It's the first episode of know what I'm saying, More Life. And it's gonna be plenty more, man. This is the beginning and far from the end. But more importantly, man, just want to just send a message out to all walks of life, man. Like just believe in yourself. Know what I mean? Don't allow anyone to know what I mean, shoot your dreams down or whatever it is that you focusing on, man. Always just know what I mean, whatever it is, come to your heart and your mind, always follow it because ain't nobody gonna get it done like how you get it done yourself. And know what I mean, surround yourself around like-minded people, man, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of opportunities out here, but you gotta want it, and it's what you do, and as far as the choices and decisions, is that it's just gonna reflect on how your life will turn out. So just make great choices and know what I mean, make great decisions. And thank you for all the know what I mean, the followers that's following. Know what I'm saying, you feel me? The More Life, continue subscribe and keep following, man, because it's gonna only get greater and greater and greater, man. So peace and blessings, and y'all have a blessed Thanksgiving, man.
Yo, I appreciate you guys. Yo, Scott, you gonna have to give me some of them joints, bro. You said you was like, I ain't got it all together, but together we got it all. I'm gonna need some of them, Scott. You gonna have to tell me some of them joints, man. yo, I need to hold a couple of them, Scott.
You got it,
Bring them
baby.
joints to the
Yeah.
show.
And look, I can't keep it unless I give it away, man. You know what I mean?
Yo, listen, bro, I love y'all, man.
I love y'all
Enjoy
too,
the rest of
man.
this holiday. we gonna talk. We're gonna reconvene. I'm gonna do some personal interviews. We're gonna do some personal interviews with each one of y'all. So just look for the text message or the email or whatever. So more life, more
More life.
inspiration, and more motivation. You already know the vibes. Love y'all, bro.
All right, salute, love.
You ready?